All right, in geometry, triangles are similar if they have all congruent angles. Angle A has a tick mark, it's congruent to angle D. Angle C is congruent to angle F, and angle B is congruent to angle E. So because all of the angles of the triangles are congruent, that means the triangles are similar. When triangles are similar, they have equal ratios. So 6 over 3 will equal 4 over 2 will equal 8 over 4. And if we simplify all those, we get 2 equals 2 equals 2. So those are similar ratios in similar triangles. Angles are congruent. Sides have similar ratios. All right, let's look at a classic geometry problem. We've got a man who is 6 feet tall, standing near a lamppost of an unknown height. We know that the man is standing 10 feet from the lamppost, and his shadow is 4 feet long. So the question is, how high is the lamppost? So this is our classic geometry problem of similar triangles. We've got one triangle here, and I'll redraw that as 6 feet, 4 feet. And then we've got the big triangle, which is going to be x feet and 14 feet. The 14 comes from 10 feet from it and 4 feet long. So then we could just set up our proportion. X over 6 equals 14 over 4. If we go ahead and solve that, we get 4x equals 84, and we divide by 4. X equals 21 feet. So the lamppost is 21 feet tall, using similar triangles and the proportion of the sides. All right, next thing in geometry is our Pythagorean theorem. The sum of the squares of the lengths of the legs of a right triangle must be a right triangle equals the square of the length of the hypotenuse. So here's our legs, and the side opposite the right angle is always the hypotenuse. So our Pythagorean theorem is leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared, or a squared plus b squared equals c squared. All right, let's do a Pythagorean theorem example. We've got a leg, and we want to solve for our hypotenuse. So 12 squared plus 9 squared equals c squared. 144 plus 81 equals c squared. So 225 equals c squared. If we take the square root of 225, c equals 15, using Pythagorean theorem. All right, so Mr. Richard has this old school tube television, and televisions are measured. When you buy a 25-inch TV, it means that the diagonal is 25 inches. And I know that the height is 15 inches, so I need to know the width and see if it'll fit in my entertainment center. So how am I going to figure out what the width is? I can use Pythagorean theorem. The hypotenuse squared equals side squared plus side squared. So 625 equals 225 plus w squared. If we subtract the 225 over, w squared equals 400, and we take the square root, w equals 20. So the width of my TV is 20 inches. Does it make sense in our picture? This is the longest side, 15, 20, sure. All right, let's try some homework. On page 5 pull 6.